Tell, show, do. So by doing that, that means I had to add them in on the calendar that I had already written. So when I posted that, okay, today is complete, got everything on the list, one of my team members said, way to go, 100%. And not only did you do your list, you added us to your list. And we really appreciate that.
That's awesome.
cool.
That
Yeah.
was really nice.
Josette, that was wonderful. That was a great introduction to today's lesson, huh, Mama Frank? That was a great one. We'll talk more about that. Good job, Josette. Good job.
Thank
You
you for
feel it.
sharing.
Feel that and embrace that feeling. That's a good reason. Anyone else like to share?
I would.
Please, Miss Susan.
Well, I got some great advice from one of the Franks and I started doing it. So, we all want to build our customer base and stuff. I have a pretty good base of customers that always come to my lives, but I just need some new faces, So, it was suggested that I start doing flash sales. Now I work during the day. So I decided to do 2 flash sales at 6 p.m. And I just started this week, and both times I've sold pieces on those. And then 24 hours later, I'm still selling pieces from those. And I was like, that was a great piece of advice, because, you kind of forget about those little things. You think you got to have a whole live show, but it just takes me 10 minutes of my time. It's made those evenings free for me actually now, so that I can focus on other things. So I've been going into the groups and talking to people. I picked 20 groups. I started talking to 5 people a day out of the groups just for 15 minutes. And I've added 3 friends from that and had some good conversations. So what they tell us to do, it works, you guys. So just keep at it.
Susan,
Great.
I'm so proud of you. Good job.
I was quickly reminded when Josette reminded us, the only time it doesn't work is when we don't do it. Thank you for reiterating that, Ms. Susan. Great, thank you. Great stats, may I add too. You knew what platforms you were going to. When you go to those platforms, you have a purpose with them, and you do that consistently. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been
mixture.
bad about this, but I'm really focusing on writing everything down so I know who to follow up on. Like, I've got my groups in the categories, each have their own page. I put down who I talked to, what day I talked to them, a little snippet about what we talked about. So then when I go back to that person, I can bring up, oh, hey, how's your cat doing? Because there was one where a cat was sick and I gave her some advice. So that's how you're going to build that relationship, is keep the conversation going.
Excellent. Great training. Listen, I couldn't have done it better. You guys have a great day. Joking. Let's get into it though. I really would, because you guys are pulling out all the points from the training on today. He did start off with, how did it go with your tell, show, try, do? And remember, those things will flip-flop. You're gonna tell, show, try, do, tell, do, tell. It's gonna be an everlasting revolving, all right? So today we moved in to what really drives you. We talk about our why all the time. He made it a huge point for us to actually sit down and write those things down. Thank you again, Ms. Susan. Write those things down. What are the things that drive you, that move you? Right off the top of my head, I can, and this is where I stem a lot of my bad habits from my childhood. Something happened back there and I'm not aware, I haven't dealt, whatever it may be. I always revert to my child. Look, years of therapy taught me that too. So when I was a child, I was always praised for great behavior, and I love that praise. when I did right in my age group, I love that praise. So I grew up working hard, doing the right things to subconsciously receive that praise. It didn't have to be tangible, just the acknowledgement of, you did a great job, Tanya. Woo, made my day. And I see that I carried that through my adulthood. So what drives me is when someone outside of me actually sees the work I'm doing. It's not in vain. That's a drive for me. Money may be a drive for you. I'm tired of living from check to check. I just need some residual to fill in that gap. It could. One of my business partners told me this, and I felt all of it. She said, "I'd love to join the business because I need something for me. I need something to occupy my time and my space that I can call my own, that I can build my baby." And I thought this was a great platform to do that, because you can internalize this business into anything you want to do. Some motivators or some reasons, and one of mine is going from dependent to independent. Listen, a lot of us on the platform already have families, and the thought of holding a bundle of joy one day, and then the next day you're like, "Oh, congratulations, you graduated school." Like, where did the time go? But sometimes our family, our children are the reasons why we do things. So Eric went through a couple of reasons of things that might move us. And here's another reason that moves me. I love to help people. You want me to help you tie your shoe? You want me to help you put on your coat? You want me to help you in your car? Listen, whatever way I can help, I move to it. And I'm very observant, so I see a lot of things before I'm actually asked. It does my heart so good when someone just frankly says, "Thanks, because of you, I would not have been able to if not for you." Oh, that does something for my soul, because I did it out of love and I did it effortlessly. So that is what motivates me. My team does that for me. I'm reliable. They commend me for being reliable and responsible. I love that, and that's what drives me. So he really wants you to focus in on our why, but what are those reasons? Sometimes they can change day to day. And he advised us sometimes those reasons will change day to day, depending on the reasons why you do it. Some reasons become more of a priority than others as we go along on this journey. But write it down. What are your potential reasons? He talked about how money, again, may be a reason, whether you need the residual income for necessity, or maybe you just need the residual income to take your parents on vacation. I found this reasoning to be very aware. He gave the reason, maybe you want to prove yourself. Maybe you were one who grew up having an advantage over everything, having money to do certain things. Maybe you want to just prove yourself, to say, "No, I am a Frank Diva, but I am my own Frank Diva. I am a Bill and incorporated, but I am my own Bill." If you want to just prove yourself outside of having that privilege, that may be a reason. He cautioned us, the weaker the reason, the more applicable the distractions will come. I'll say that again. The weaker the reason. "Oh, I work this business because I can stay at home." It got to be more than that. The weaker the reason, the more likely the distractions will take over it. But the stronger the reasons, the stronger the why is, those distractions become secondhand. Listen, team, I've done this for a couple of different reasons. I only watch in the top of the mornings when I get up, 5, 6 in the morning, or I'm watching late at night, 9, 10 at night. I do that because of the bill circulation through the day. It's more expensive to do those things throughout the day. And because I can dictate my time. If I don't get to it in the night, that's okay. Laundry is not my priority working from home. All right. So we have to be honest with ourselves. And he encouraged us, every time we think of a reason, because it's a combination of things. I love that I can work this business from anywhere. I love that I can work from home to raise my family. I love that I can make as much money as I want to if I put in that massive action and know what those income producing activities are and I stay engaged, yes, I am doing it to prove to others that I can do it. I know people have called me crazy too. They will usually call you crazy or lucky when they find you flourishing in your business. Eric made it a point to bring to our attention, pay attention. Those who ridiculed you and see your success, they may say, congratulations, job well done, but they will never say you were right and I was wrong. That is the society that we live in, team. People aren't so apt to say that they're wrong, but they will give you a kudos. So that goes back to the reasons of your reasoning being strict, your reasoning being strong, or your reasoning being weak. And he made a mention of the reasoning. We have to have the right mindset around anything that we do in our business, because it is the outlook that we have which will internalize, bring what we need back. He stated that, he made a point to say there's nothing wrong with having personal reasons. There's nothing wrong with, I want a brand new car. I want to buy a bigger house. There's nothing wrong with those reasons. But how strong or how apt are you to remove the distractions to get to those things, knowing that a new car isn't a priority? You know how we, in our own minds, we compromise and debate. That, I don't know if I can classify that as a strong reason or a weak reason, but you yourself will know and jot down those things. So when the reason becomes, he stated that he made a revelation when he realized this, when what he was doing and his reasoning became helping others. Josette gave us that. Oh, she felt like sunshine when she got that feedback. And that is what we're in it for, team. If you haven't read the mission statement for Paparazzi Accessories recently, I advise you to go and take a quick read. It is our mission to help others, team. And Eric stated that when he got out of his own self and realized that was the real accomplishment, helping others build, succeed, walk across the stage, wear a crown, have a great downline where all the levels are good, all the legs are good. So when your reason becomes to help others, the success, the fear factors, all those blocking, all those distractions, those things will go away because we come out of ourselves and we look to others. That was profound to me. When we do something for others, we have the most satisfying feeling. I can only speak for myself, opposed to getting in the line, getting yours, and you're gone. You know, no one around you, no one to share with, no one to talk to, except that's my own soapbox. I'll get down from that. What is it that will move you aside from the negativity and the anxiety we have and the fear of going live and the fear of talking to those and asking, how important will those distractions be if you had to save someone's life? Ooh, Mama Frank, that analogy. Oh, he gave the analogy of, what if you had to save someone's life? And the only way to do that was to rank. Move to your next rank. How apt would you be to making sure it gets done? How apt are you to make sure you're crunching your OV and crunching your PV to save someone's life? The reason it has to be that strong, team, is what I gathered from the training. The reason it has to be that strong. So when it's that strong, all those distractions will most likely disappear. But it is your willingness. Because it's not if we're capable. We see that it's done. We see that there's a black diamond dropped every week. People are out here making it happen, getting it done, team. There's no reason why we too can get the same. So it's not if we can. I'm sorry, Mom Frank, go ahead.
Can I add something?
Please.
If you think you need to rank to save your child, your mother, your spouse, your companion, You know, if we think we have to rank to save someone, that's great. But if you have to rank to save someone that is very close to you, that becomes emotional. And that's when it changes. That's when that reason becomes, I had no income. I had nothing. I had used everything. We've sold everything. I had nothing. I had to eat. Well, I guess I didn't have to. I wanted to eat. That was a strong why for me to rank up now, because I love seeing everybody on stage and I'd really like to get the next necklace, and it's not strong enough and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But if I knew Tom had cancer and if I ranked, he'd be cured, we change what we do. We change our mindset. Like you said, I wouldn't be doing the laundry. Oh, I'll maybe do the laundry because I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'm going to get there maybe next year. But what is that reason that is so strong that you have to eat? Because there's nothing left. Thank you for letting me interject that.
Powerful, powerful. You felt it just like I did. And it has me back here and my wheels are spinning. My reasoning may not be why, team, to be honest with you. Because there are some days I say I don't have to, I can do it tomorrow. So that is the dare, team. Write down your reasons and qualify them, disqualify them. Are they really strong enough? Or are they weak and we are allowing distractions to come in and we're falling back in the business? All right, only you can make the determination in your business. Questions, comments. How do you feel about this? Because I feel that this is an internal growth assignment.
So how
do you feel about it?
Really good. You did a really good job.
Yeah, I felt it. And it becomes easy when you understand. Look, he told me, he showed me, I am trying. We do.
We do. It's hard. It's hard to determine what that is going to be so strong that, I mean, if I told you that if you ranked up, I'd give you $1 million. Would you do it? Maybe, maybe not.
Exactly. How bad you want that meal?
That's right. But I'm telling you, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, and I remember when I first joined this business team, I was connected with Carla on her 5 a.m. calls. And I can read I caught it for several months, but one of the things that I can remember out of that platform was they constantly asked us to tell our why. And I didn't think that my why was strong enough. I didn't have plights. I didn't grow up in a rich household, but I wasn't deprived. I had everything I need, age appropriately. I don't have a tragedy story. I didn't think my why was strong enough. But my reasonings are strong enough. People call me crazy when I walked away from a 20-year career, walked away with just my investment. Excuse me. They call me crazy. So it is my goal to show them I don't need that corporate. I don't need to build someone else's pyramid. I can do that for myself. That's why I am here.
That's awesome.
Chime in, team. Let's talk about it.
I got something.
Please.
Who has been born with a poor mentality? The poor man's mentality. All your life you've been poor, and that's how you feel, and that's what you see. And that's been such a hindrance to me to think, what would I do if, I got money? What would I do if I didn't have to struggle every single day for just to make sure I had something to eat? What would I do without that? I don't know. I'm afraid of it, right? I had to come to that realization. So pushing myself was not easy. That's why it's taken me over 3 years just to do this. What I've done so far is to get that mentality out of here. And so I do have a great upline, and they're going to help push me. And I was afraid to let someone push me. Okay. That was pretty, yeah. I was afraid I couldn't do it. So, all that. And I was like, okay, you got to put that aside. So I had to, and now I'm letting my upline just give me the boot. Start kicking.
I tell
Is
you
it
what,
Janice?
there is this fabulous book that I read that was a game changer for me. It is called The Mountain Is You. And it is absolutely a fabulous book. She takes you through the whole process of thinking about why you are in the mindset you're in and how you get out of it.
Okay,
It's an
that's all.
excellent book.
Thank you, Susan. I'll look that up for sure.
Janice, may I ask you a question? And you don't
Oh.
have to answer. In fact, I
Anytime.
probably don't want you to answer. Do you feel like you don't deserve it? Because you've never had.
Yeah. I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
You belong here. And you don't belong here because of you. You belong here because of the people you can touch that need to hear your reason, your why, your story, because somebody else, Heavenly Father, I believe Heavenly Father's put you on the track to go from always struggling to learn that I am okay and I can do better and I deserve it. And I will help you understand that too.
Excellent. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. You're gonna bring me to tears here in a minute.
Love you.
Vulnerability is part of it. We have to come outside of ourselves and talk about those things that we think about in our head but never share.
Mhm.
Yeah, and going back to connecting what's going on in your world now and from your past or past events. Tony Robbins does a good job in breaking that down too. Your seasons, and like Mama Frank just said, this is not by accident. This is by design. Each and every one of us deserves to be here and grab everything that our hearts desire. We got to believe that. I believe that. I believe that I don't have to eat deli sandwiches.
Yeah.
I can eat a hot meal. The
Can
small wins.
Can I add that Florence on Facebook, she said, you're right, you would rank so fast if it would make your head spin if you had that really critical thing. And then she said, TD Jakes said, if you can't see it, you can't obtain it. You need to see people succeed and know you can too. Thank you, Florence, for adding that.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad
Very
that is saved in the Facebook page. I'll go back and read it over and over.
Yes.
One thing that I
Jakes.
may have failed to mention, and she just stated this. Write down your reason, and we say this about everything that we write down. Put it somewhere where you can see it often.
Yes.
That motivates you. I'm always in the kitchen. I need to be putting signs all on the walls because this is where I spend most of my time. But make sure that we post it to where we can see it. Writing the notes are fine, team, but we have to come out of the notes and actually show and do action.
I suggest you get neon colored note cards. I have them everywhere. I even keep one in my wallet and look at it once in a while to remind me this is what I want.
Good for you. Good for you.
I just wanted to say thank you so much, everybody, for today. It really, really hit home today. I feel like paparazzi, God put paparazzi, Misty and Trent and Shawnee and Ryan on this earth for a reason they're here for a bigger purpose and we are the purpose. And it's a God thing. It's like we're not here by accident.
I agree.
None of us are here by accident. And every time I talk to somebody, I tell them that it's like this, this is not an MLM. This is a bigger picture in life. It's like the support and the sisterhood and everything. I don't know. I'm pretty emotional today. I've lost 2 family members this week. And, but sometimes we get in our head and we feel like we're not good enough and we're afraid of failure. And I was with 2 team members yesterday and we sat here for like 15 minutes and laughed and said, I am a recruiting machine. I am a recruiting machine.
Good for you.
We have some great trainers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your inspiration.
Thank you for your interjection. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, remember, what's the assignment again?
The assignment is to list your reason why. And I encourage you to evaluate them. Are they strong or are they weak?
One thing that Robbie teaches, Robbie's so wisdom, he has so much wisdom. He teaches me all the time, but he says, go 7 levels. So why are you doing paparazzi? Well, I needed to eat. I needed more money. Why did you need to eat? Because I didn't do a good enough job before. Why didn't you do a good enough job? Well, maybe I just kind of did it and didn't really push it to the extent. Why didn't you push it to the extent? Because I was comfortable. Why were you comfortable? Just keep asking why, 7 levels, and you'll get to that deeper reason, and keep asking. Write it down on a piece of paper and really think about it. Sometimes it's really nice to do it with no one else around, because sometimes it gets, I can say, oh, I needed to eat, and that's easy. But when I am alone, I still feel that need to eat, because that was scary. That was scary. And so what is it for you? Because like you said, you had a pretty good upbringing. Everything's great. We're all getting along fine. If I get bigger, great. If I do better, great. If I make more money or get ranked, it's okay, but I'm okay. You're comfortable. But what is it out there where you're going to change the world or change someone's life or change your life? Write those down. If you don't write them down, they're just dreams. They're just thoughts. So thank you so much. Good job, Tanya. You did a great job today.
3 minutes, 3 minutes.
3 minutes. We got to go. Okay. Love you.
Gotta go.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Mwah.